Welcome to Inside Monster Jam, powered by Lucas Oil, the official Monster Jam podcast. I'm Scott Jordan. We are poolside here in Los Angeles as we wrap up World Finals 23. It's been an incredible week. We've had 4 new world champions crowned, and we've also celebrated the long storied career of a 14-time World Finals champion, which means it's my pleasure to welcome back to the show the professor of MJU, Tom Meents. Tom, welcome back to Inside Monster Jam.
Oh, great to be here. What an incredible weekend we've had.
It's been awesome to see you here, and the fan response to you, always incredible to watch. And we'll talk about World Finals here, but let's go back to the beginning of the season. When I chatted with you in December, a lot of expectations for your final competitive season. You were winning freestyle after freestyle. It was like you turned back the clock, 10 years, just absolutely killing it out there. But let's talk about the season came to an abrupt end for you in Indianapolis. So can you talk us through that jump?
Oh, things were off to a fantastic start. The crew was working well together. Max D was performing well. Every weekend we had a different body. The fans were excited. I was excited. Unfortunately, we suffered an accident at the second Indianapolis performance. Took us out for the remainder of the year. That was tough times, But fortunately, the family and the fans got me over every part of that. We made a full recovery. We're back. It's great to be back being a part of Monster Jam again.
Oh, you look great, man. I got a chance to talk to you before all the festivities kicked off. You're in great spirits. Health is good. Feeling strong?
Absolutely. Little by little, went through so much therapy. Got better every time we went through therapy. Each and every day we made improvements. And, it's good to be back. It's good to be back at Monster Jam to see such an epic event.
The outpouring of support that came online, social media, from Monster Jam fans, from Monster Jam staff, drivers, everybody, that had to be overwhelming and special to you.
It was. There's so many people reaching out, people coming by to visit, people sending texts, messages. I couldn't even begin to keep up with them all. But, the huge support of my health team, Feld Entertainment, Monster Jam, my fans and my family, number one. That's what got me through this tough time.
Well, let's talk about the fans that you got to meet this weekend, because you were out signing autographs. We had you at the main stage for a little bit. You were there at World Finals at the stage. How was the fan support for you here in Los Angeles?
Oh, it was awesome. It was so cool. So great to be back in an event. I hadn't been in one in quite a while. To see all the fans back again, hear all the amazing stories, see all their pictures that they bring when they're little bitty kids, and now they're growing ups with their own kids. Every part of that was fun. It was great to answer questions and let them know I was doing A-okay.
I think that was putting a smile on everybody's face, not only just to see you, but to hear from you and to hear you're always have such a positive attitude, such a jovial spirit, and that rubs off on people. When I talk to you, man, it's I haven't seen you pretty much since December, but it's like I saw you yesterday, and I think you have that effect on everybody.
Yeah, the cool part about it is, so many of our fans, they overcome challenges, they do. We have the greatest fans. They have a lot of challenges in their life, and so when you get hurt and when you go down, you got to make sure you can show them that you can overcome the challenges too. That's the cool thing about Monster Jam. It has healing power.
Yeah. And this, for 23 years of World Finals, this was only the second time that we didn't see you as a competitor. So what was it like for you to be able to sit back a little bit and watch, not have to deal with what's going on the track, just kind of observe what's going on?
Oh, man. First and foremost, I was a huge fan. To see the way the racing went down, it was very exciting. Round after round, you didn't know who was going to win. See both competitors take off together and then go through that S course, and then they come back together at the end. It was just exciting every round. Big names were falling. New stars were rising. It was epic.
Upset after upset after upset. I felt like nobody was safe. And then in freestyle, the track just absolutely unforgiving. And I know you were down there watching practice and qualifying. What were your thoughts on, at least from freestyle, from a driver's standpoint? What were you seeing out there that was causing everybody to roll over?
Oh, it's just a tough track, number one. Everybody's trying to put their best run in of the year, which I understand. And unfortunately, a lot of times it was causing rollovers like you saw and breakage as well. But, that's the World Finals, People are going to rise to the top. and a lot of people are going to fail.
We still had you very much involved. You were on the celebrity judging panel with Rosalie Raymer and Bernard Light, the Diesel Brothers, and we saw quite a disparity between the fan scores and the judging scores. How was that for you to have to put friendships aside? And most of these drivers you've trained and you helped them get into the sport, but you had to be there and you had to be a harsh critic. How was that for you?
Oh, it was all right. Oftentimes at Monster Jam University, we judge performances. It lets drivers know where they're at throughout the weeks, throughout the days, gives them a gauge of how they're doing or where they need to pick it up. So it was fairly easy for me to judge. And, it was good to see people doing great things. And, when it come down to the end, the winner was the right one. The fans and the judges had it correct.
And you were up there with Diesel Dave and Heavy D. We haven't seen them in Monster Jam for quite some time. It was announced that World Finals next year will be in Salt Lake City, right in their backyard. So how was it like to reconnect with the Diesel Brothers? Because we had Bro Dozer and Bro Camino, and they were very much involved in the sport for a while.
Oh, it was great to see them again. They're in great spirits. They missed Monster Jam immensely. You could tell, and they were even saying they did. And next season, to see them back around Monster Jam, involved in some capacity. We're not sure quite yet what it's going to be, but super excited to see them, excited to be back at Monster Jam.
Yeah, it's great to have them back. It's great to have you here, and we're not done. We got a long way to go with Tom Meents. Stay right where you are. More Inside Monster Jam, powered by Lucas Oil, is next. Welcome back to Inside Monster Jam, powered by Lucas Oil. We are poolside here in Los Angeles. I'm joined by Max D's Tom Meents as we chat about the incredible weekend we've had in Los Angeles. Let's go back to Pit Party World Finals on the main stage. Brought you up to celebrate your career, and then you had the surprise, I assume, of a lifetime when you were reunited with a long-lost friend in Shake Me, man. Talk about that moment for you.
Oh, it's incredible. I never expected such a thing. That just totally blew my mind. Everybody hit it for me. Great, immense thanks go to Jamie Garner, Mark Cole, Oliver Cole, Hannah Meents. All these people hid this secret for me, and it just blew me away. I don't even know what to say. I literally was at a loss for words, but to see that resurrected back to life from, 1987 beginnings, Monster Jam events, what an amazing emotional ride.
How long had it been since you saw that truck? And I'm obviously not in that condition, but how long had it been for you?
It probably been since about 1995,
wow.
Somewhere in that era. It's been gone a long time. What a huge barn find. They were able to locate it.
How did they find it?
Certain people and my friends asked me different questions, and that tipped them off to where it could be. My daughter followed that up. She was able to find it, and, they resurrected it all the way back to its glory. I mean, what a great keepsake that they've given me.
So just started with a regular conversation, casually, Hannah brought up something and then turned into this incredible moment for you. That's
I mean, I don't know how they figured it out, but, they built it back like it ever was. I mean, I'll be able to keep that thing forever. Always wanted to get it back. Never knew how to get the opportunity at the time. And he did it completely 100% behind my back.
Well, and sometimes those are the best kept secrets. I'm not very good at keeping secrets. I'm not sure how Hannah was able to keep it from you for so long, but the look on your face when they wheeled that thing out, man, absolutely priceless. Let's talk about Jamie Gardner's involvement in that, because he took the step to really restore the truck down there in Indiana. I mean, it's a great shop and always, great equipment. Did he talk to you a little bit about the process at all to restore this?
He did, and he got Mark Cole involved, who's always been, involved in a lot of the resurrections we've had with Max D, and he jumped right on board. And, it's just amazing they were to pull that off like they did. And it looks 100% like it always did. I mean, it's not a replica, is an actual restoration. It was the real deal. Getting down in that thing again, it's amazing. I used to drive that. I mean, what a wild machine. What a great time.
Let's talk about Max D for a second here, because you've been behind the wheel of Max D for so many World Finals, and we've had Neil Elliott driving Max D. We have a Colton driving Max D. This weekend we have Blake Ranger coming over as the first International Series champion to get an automatic bid. I talked to Blake after him. He was a little frustrated with the way things went, but was it refreshing for you to still see Max D compete in this World Finals?
It was cool to see it out there. He really, really wanted to do well and represent hard, and he gave it his all. It just wasn't our year for that thing. I mean, unfortunately, truck issues plagued him. But, the cool thing about it was having new champions is always awesome too. And man, some of these folks rose to the top and they got the job done.
And the crazy thing is, there's so many of the biggest superstars in the sport competing in each competition, but there's only one champion. So you have 24 competitors in freestyle and racing. 23 are going to be disappointed. So you can't be a champion every year. I thought Blake came out, did an admirable job for what he had. So future of Max D in World Finals. Are you hoping to see it compete in Salt Lake City?
It'd be great to see it, run again. A lot of people would like to pick up that torch and run with it. It's not going to be me, obviously. I've got a lot of other things to do. But, to see the representation and all the fans that still want to see it out there, that was exciting.
So, but besides Blake, because I'm sure he's going to continue to run internationally, but is there a driver? I don't mean to put you on the spot here, but is there a driver that you think really personifies the Max D style, the maximum destruction, that maybe one day in their career you would love to see behind the wheel of a Max D truck?
Honestly, it really wasn't a big surprise to me to see Zach Garner win, and he'd be a Midwest guy that I could see that could get behind that, and I would like to have him behind it. The future is always bright for Monster Jam. You never know what's going to happen,
Zach Garner would be great in Max D. Maybe that's something I could talk to him about today. I'll see him here as well. Let's talk about the body designs that we've had. We've been able to go on a nostalgia tour this season with Max D. We pulled out some incredible Max D bodies. We had the Candy Apple one, Max D Fire, the 20th anniversary, the split body. What is your favorite body scheme, paint scheme for Max D?
Boy, I don't know. Every one of them had special meaning to me. And it was great to see the fan reaction, and then the people wondering which one was coming out. Matte Black is certainly one of my favorites, and traditional Maximum Destruction is another one. I really do like them all, like Fire as well. But, it would be tough to pick out just one perfect favorite. But just having that season to bring them all back, that was special.
Maybe we can see a Max D body that has a little strip of each one of the designs, and then we could just make everybody happy. That'd be pretty cool.
There you go. That would be awesome as well. There's been so many different designs. They've all been cool, and the fans love them.
Coming up next, more with Tom Meents right here on Inside Monster Jam, powered by Lucas Oil. Welcome back to Inside Monster Jam, powered by Lucas Oil. It's World Finals week. I am joined by the Professor Tom Meents. Let's talk about your role in helping to train these World Finals champions. So we crowned 4 new ones: Armando Castro, Zach Garner, Tyler Menninga, Colt Stevens. Let's start at Armando Castro. He is now a 2-time World Finals champion. He won in 2019 in the Speedster Racing. Now he gets the Great Clips 2 Wheel Skills Challenge. What have you seen from Armando throughout his career that has elevated him into that upper echelon?
That's just it. He just keeps grinding every day, every event. He wants to get better. This is him. This is his dream. Armando Castro is worked hard and long to get to where he's at, even to get included, to get in, to get a chance to go to Monster Jam University. Every part of that is not an accident with him. It wasn't something he picked up this year or last year. He wanted to do this. This was his destiny. And he's got the job done.
And he was able to do it in front of his family and friends in his home state of California. The Great Clips 2 Wheel Skills Challenge is a competition you have 2 world championships in. You know how difficult it is to win that competition. He came out in his first hit, and he said he was very disappointed with what he did. Then he came out with his second hit and absolutely blew the roof off SoFi Stadium. How do you keep your confidence after you come out and disappoint in that first hit? How are you able to maintain your composure, keep that confidence, and come out and do something completely different to win the second time?
Well, he's got a championship quality about him. That's really it, But when you look back on skills challenges in the past, championships, a lot of times we've been limited to one shot, one chance. They had 2 here. That probably helped some people. It kind of hurt some people too. But to see him overcome that and come back and win that, it was super special for me too. Man, it was great to be a fan there this weekend.
Colt Stevens is also now a 2-time World Finals champion. He wins the Lucas Oil High Jump. I know you've competed against Colt, but you've also competed against his dad, Scott, in King Crunch. So Colt has really defied the laws of what sports are by coming out of the broadcast booth now and winning 2 world titles in 2 years. What have you seen from Colt since his return to the driver's seat that has really made him a huge star?
He seems like he's readier than ever. He's got his own identity. He's taken on Thunder Roar's identity. He's won 2 World Finals championships with it now. What a great family legacy. what, ever since he was a little kid, he was around Monster Jam trucks, and he's just wanted to take it to the next level and wants to be the best. It's cool to see. What an athlete, what a great competitor, what an awesome Monster Jam University graduate.
Another MJU graduate, Zach Gardner, who we already chatted about a little bit, just came in and lit the world on fire, winning JCB racing. I mean, race after race after race, fastest time, fastest time. Talk about Zach's run through the bracket. Because we saw that track just literally eating trucks alive, but somehow Wildside was able to avoid all of it.
Watching him earlier on in practices and qualifying, you could tell he was real consistent. He was picking the track apart, making his mark, making his points, coming out in the right position, and it really wasn't a surprise to me to see him there. He's done great this year. He's done great in the past, seeing him at big shows. He's had his opportunities in Atlanta a few years ago and other places, and he's come up with wins. It's not really that big a surprise for me, but to see him just go through and level everybody one by one and take up a big win, biggest one of his career, that was just awesome to see.
He seemed very cool, calm, and collected. I can't say the same for his dad, Jamie, who was a nervous wreck. You were down there with Jamie through all this. What were you seeing from Jamie as Zach kept going through the bracket?
Yeah, Jamie had lost it completely. I mean, he was gone. He had just literally checked out. Couldn't control his emotions. By the time the semifinals got there, it was awesome to see. It was tough for everybody to control their emotions. You got a family that had been deeply rooted in Monster Jam since they were little kids, and always wanted to be around it. Always worked with Jim Kohler and so many great others. To see them get the win and the victory, how deserving.
Tyler Menega, now a two-time World Finals champion. He wins BKT Freestyle, which I know is the one that he's been wanting for a very long time. He's a driver that came through Monster Jam University, and now, in my opinion, is one of the best, if not the best, active driver in Monster Jam. How have you watched, what have you seen from Tyler in his development year after year?
He's another good one. When you look at him, it's no surprise. It's not something he wanted the last 5 years to be a driver, or 7, 8 even. He's wanted to be a Monster Jam driver from the very first day you come out of the crib. This kid is true and true what a champion needs to be, and he's worked very hard to get there. And it wasn't easy for him, but little by little, and to see the epic performances he's put on this year, it's just been awesome.
Well, we're going to keep you here for one more segment. Is that cool? To stay poolside with me for a few more minutes?
Absolutely, man. After all the fun we've had this weekend, it would be an honor.
I appreciate you. Stay right with us. More with Tom Meents right here next on Inside Monster Jam, powered by Lucas Oil. We are back with more Inside Monster Jam, powered by Lucas Oil. I'm Scott Jordan. I am joined poolside in Los Angeles by Tom Meents. It's a beautiful day out here, and we have a great view behind us, so it's much better than our studio. And having you here has been a true honor for me. You've been a guest on my show a few times, and I hope that we can continue this throughout the rest of your career, because I know you're not done. You're still going to stay on as a stunt coordinator. So let's talk about the stunts we had this weekend. 2 epic stunts. We had the Sparkle Smash stunts, welcoming a brand new truck into Monster Jam, and the Fortnite stunt. What was your involvement in helping plan these stunts out?
Oh, every bit of it. We've been working on both these stunts for a long time, and to be able to have that opportunity is super fun for me. It's great to open the minds of people, make sure they can get the job done. Working with Kayla, she's a professional. Talking to her on the radio, getting her lined up. She said I had a calming voice, so I appreciate that. Still be involved with stunts. I mean, they really get my fire going. Some of the stuff we want to do in the future is even cooler yet. But man, what a great debut. What a great night for her to just demolish that tower, just knock it right out of the way in true smash fashion. That was pretty cool to see, and to listen to her excitement on the radio was even better yet.
And she was in a big spot because she was competing in World Finals. So she had to put 2 fire suits on. She had to, get out of Soldier Fortune, climb into Sparkle Smash. And that was a big moment because everyone has been waiting to see Sparkle Smash on the track. So hats off to Kayla for being able to not only compete in one truck, but to debut another.
Well, she handled it just like a true professional. To see her be able to, take everything in, hit a home run out of the park, and then get back on her normal identity for the event. That was awesome to see. I love working with her, and hopefully she has a future and more stunts in the future.
I know she's got a big future as the face of Sparkle Smash. Now let's talk about the Fortnite stunt. Charlie Pauken makes an appearance on the track, absolutely annihilates the Fortnite battle bus. Talk about what you saw from Charlie and the Fortnite truck.
Charlie did fantastic, and I mean, you can't plan out every part of the actual stunt, but as bad as it kind of went there, it went to be the best. I mean, having that huge rollover and save right after he jumped that bus, putting it right back on the tires, true professional. Man, once he got back on the tires, and I could just tell him to go, go, go. He brought it home. He brought the bus down. What a great job. Parked on top of the big hill, and got out of there. That was one of the most epic parts of the whole night.
And I think Charlie is still a driver who's almost like a kid in a candy store behind the wheel of a Monster Jam truck. So when you tell Charlie Pauken to go, that the smile lights up and Chucky comes out to play, and he did just that last night.
And you're exactly right. But, even more importantly, all our fans imagine driving the Monster Jam truck when they see it on the track doing different things. And, during the event, when Charlie was out there on the track, I was imagining driving it with Charlie,
Yeah.
So my excitement over the radio was probably the most ever. I'm like, go, go, go. I knew he had his chance to take that bus out, and he did.
So you're going to continue your role at Monster Jam University in your backyard in PAX. I know a lot of our viewers aspire to be Monster Jam drivers. So is there advice that you could give our viewers how they can end up with you at Paxton, Illinois at some point?
Oh, the number one thing you do is, you got to follow your heart, follow your passion, do what you love. There's a lot of great people out there that love to be a doctor, a nurse, so many great professional careers, a broadcaster, all those things are great, but just make sure it's your passion, you follow it, and you can be the best.
I would like to race Leslie Mears at some point in a Monster Jam truck. So I'd like to set that up with you. I'll come down to Paxton. I want to get there a day earlier than her. So we're going to tell her to get there on Thursday. I'll come on Wednesday. That way you can give me some heads up. Any advice from me in my quest to race Leslie in a Monster Jam truck?
Well, you know her, and you know her well, and you both have seen a lot of events. I mean, she's got a lot of technical ability to her. She knows a lot about the inner workings of Monster Jam trucks. Maybe you not so much. So, maybe you need to catch up on more of the inner workings, and maybe that allow you to be a
one thing I have, Tom, is heart. I got heart.
I know you have heart, but boy, that would be an epic race to see.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure, my friend. Thank you so much. Tom Meents, the professor of Monster Jam University. I will see you right here next time on Inside Monster Jam, powered by Lucas Oil.